Phylogenetic trees show the similarities between OTUs, which are operational taxonomic units. In this tree, the OTUs are the different types of transportation shown here. This tree is a rooted tree, which means the distances between OTUs and their order of divergence can be known by comparing their distance to the outgroup, which is shown in green. The outgroup is an OTU that diverged earlier than the others, and this roots the tree because it creates a common ancestor for all of the OTUs on the tree. And as you can see, the outgroup is walking. There are two types of evolutionary change shown in this phylogenetic tree. The first being anagenesis, which is the change of a lineage over time and is represented by the horizontal lines. Like all of these horizontal lines show anagenesis. Species are always changing, so as you move to the right along horizontal lines, the species are changing. The second type of evolutionary change is cladogenesis, which is the splitting of one lineage into two. This is shown in the tree where the lines branch. The two branches evolve separately into their own species, which leads to more diversity. These branches are connected by internal nodes, which are shown by all of these purple dots. In this tree, walking, which is the outgroup rooting the tree, diverged into land and water travel early on at the point shown in red. Land travel evolved from horseback riding to horse and buggy to Model T and to Model A. I listed these branches in this order because the former OTU was evolved into a more sophisticated OTU as we moved across the tree. The Model T and the Model A have the shortest branches because they are the most closely related. Water travel evolved from the canoe to the longboat to the steamboat and to the ferry. The ferry and the steamboat have the shortest branches because they're the most closely related. I used the same process for organizing the water travel OTUs as I did the land travel OTUs. The most recent common ancestor of the OTUs as a whole in this tree is walking, shown in red, because this is the most recent node that all of these OTUs branch from. You can also use phylogenetic trees to find the most recent common ancestor of specific OTUs. For example, if you wanted to find the most recent common ancestor of the ferry and the longboat, you just trace the lines back until you can find the most recent node that they both diverged from. And here, it would be the node shown in blue.